In this video, we're going to work on a program where we can read a bunch of names from a file and then create a username and then write these usernames to another file. And batch mode processing is where program input and output are done through files. The program is not designed to be interactive, so no direct user input. Let's create usernames for a computer system where the first and last names come from an input file. And things to consider: it is not unusual for programs to have multiple files open for reading and writing at the same time. And the lower method can be used to convert the names into all lowercase in the event the names are mixed upper and lowercase. So here's how we could do it. Say we have a file called names.txt and has a bunch of names. Then we can open the file and then loop through the file with for line in file, and then we can get the first and last as line.split, because we can split it by space and do a parallel assignment to, say, John will be assigned to first and then Snow will be assigned to last. We can then create a username, for example, the first letter of the first name and then last and the first 7 letters of the last name, and then we can make sure that we do all lowercase for the username just in case they're not, and then we can print to the screen. We can as well as print it to an out file. Alright, then we can close both files. So let's see this in the editor. So let's work on a program to create a file of usernames in batch mode. And the first thing I want to do is to save this file as user file. I can then create my main method, and then let's print. This program creates a file of usernames from a file of names, and looks good. Now we need to do two things. We need to create two file objects, one in file, that is the file that we're going to read from. The name of the file could be names.txt. So we're referring to the names.txt. So this was the latest version of the names.txt file. And then we're going to open this file with the mode R, and we need an out file as well. And out file doesn't exist. So let's say uname.txt. So if the uname.txt doesn't exist, Python will create a file for us. All right, so next thing is we need to for line in file. So we need to loop through the file, and then we need to create a first and last as line dot split. So we'll read the file, it will read the line from in file, and it will split to first and last name with a parallel assignment, and then we can create a username. Username is a new variable, and that is first, basically index 0 plus last, in this case the first 7, and then I'm going to say uname is set to uname.lower. So I'm using the lower function from the string methods. And the last thing I should do is I should print the usernames to the file. So uname and file is out file. And then when we're done, we can close the file. We need to close both files. So in file.close and out file.close. and let's call the main function. Right, so, and just in case, if everything goes fine, we can print something that says right, usernames have been written to what we have uname.txt. Uname.txt. We can later change this, but let's keep it this way. All right, so I'm going to run this as Python 3 user file.py. This program creates a file of usernames from a file of names, and the usernames have been written to uname.txt. Let's see uname.txt, open. So J Snow, A Stark, D Targeri, so it's cutting from here, and then IOTAC. So it looks like it's working fine, and we can also, just in case, let's print all of them on the screen as well, and then just see ourselves. Okay, so J Snow, A Stark, IOTAC. Right, so few things we can do is, if we ever want to change the name of the files, we can actually create a variables for them and then put the variable name here, but that's super necessary for now. Okay, so this is a file again. This is a program that creates a file of usernames in batch mode.